I got involved with the volunteering program with Pattonville primarily because I wanted to give back. I wanted to pay it forward. When I was a student, I had an experience in which I actually got to interview a functioning engineer, and it was really transformational in my pursuit of what I decided to do in college. Initially, I thought I was going to be a nuclear engineer, interviewed that nuclear engineer on what he did on a day-to-day basis, and it was apparent that that was not for me, and it really pushed me to get involved with mechanical engineering, which is where I am today. So I wanted to have that same impact for a future student and hopefully shape their career and their educational pursuits so that you know, they could learn early what they wanted to pursue and maybe what they didn't want to pursue.
When we first were considering a facility relocation back in early 2018, one of the key considerations that we were looking at was making sure that we had a way to build lasting and genuine relationships with different organizations in the community that we were involved, and had additional dialogue with both the City Council, with the Mayor's Office, and the Pattonville School District.
So as soon as I went on the field trip last year to Leonardo, I knew this is something I wanted to do. So I went and I applied, I ended up getting an internship, and it was a great experience.
What attracted me to the ELO at Leonardo is I've always been interested in engineering, but I wasn't necessarily sure of what type of engineering I wanted to go to, and the ELO experience allowed me to shadow all sorts of engineers, you know, mechanical, computer, chemical, electrical, and I was able to see what their day-to-day work was like and how it differed from each other.
One of the main things I was kind of hesitant about going into accounting is I've never had any experience going into it. Like, you can take all these different classes. For example, I took an accounting class last year and it was really cool, and it made me know like it is what I want to go into, but there was still that thing in the back of my head like, am I really sure about this? I don't know what goes on every day. I don't know the typical day of an accountant, and that's kind of what made me a little weary. And so getting involved in this, it helped like ease that kind of anxiety a lot, because I'm more sure about that I want to do this and that I want to go and take this further in college and even after college and going into a career with accounting.
I was attracted to it because I'm really interested in the engineering aspect of things and a future career in that. So being able to be provided with this and really see what it has to offer after I graduate high school and what I could be getting myself into, whether I like it or not. And I've gained a better understanding of what it's like every day to come into the office, have a full-time job, and especially in the engineering world. And marketing, I'm doing that, but it also plays a huge role into the engineering side, which I want to further pursue.
Yeah, with respect to benefits to DRS Land Systems and our involvement with the Pattonville School District, one of the key things we've found is a tangible benefit is workforce development. Not only are we able to engage with the students with early learning opportunities, with internships, with other site visits, we are also able to take that a step further and actually begin to cultivate talent in our local community and in the schools the communities in which we live and work.
I think one of the things that we are really big about is giving opportunities and true experiences to our students. We've had interns in the college setting for many years, and a lot of the feedback from them is, oh, this is what an engineer does. You know, I was worried that I was going to be working on a pet project, or I was going to be, you know, just doing something to do it. But we actually give meaningful work. And we've tried to take that experience and apply it to our high school students as well. Understanding that there's still certain topics that they haven't learned. There's still general applications that we can teach them, general theories that we can teach them, and they can teach us and start applying it. So I guess the biggest thing is you're going to get meaningful work, and you're going to learn in an environment that's extremely rewarding. The defense industry, you know, we are putting products out there that help keep our soldiers safe and help keep our country safe every single day.
So during my internship, I worked in software engineering, so I was working on writing code for some of the vehicles. My code is actually in deployment right now, so it's being used in the real world, so that's just really cool to see see.
The internship in the summer, I furthered what I did during my ELO. So during my ELO, I worked with James and Salim to make a reusable product that, instead of using 15-cent stickers, plastering them all over the place, use one, what we call Goombas, which are just basically pentagons, a 3D pentagon, and you had stickers on it, but then that used the 3D scanner to then scan objects and put them in 3D space, so we had them digitally. And then I just furthered that production of that during my internship.
I volunteered to mentor a Pattonville student in the ELO because I enjoy talking to people, getting to know new people, and I had experienced a program that was similar to this previously, and I realized that it was a great learning opportunity for them. I've also realized that any mentorship is typically dual, so as much as they could potentially learn from me, I would be able to learn from them.
From the first day that our mentee started to the last day, we saw a lot of growth. I'd say on the first day, just general nerves, apprehension, looking for guidance. By the end, I think we saw our students, they would just walk in, they would get their computer, they would take their seat, they would get going on what they needed to do. We saw a lot of growth in communication where they would know who to go ask. They didn't have that hesitancy, that apprehension on, should I go ask them a question? They just would go do it. And that's one of the huge things that we found in our career growth for our hires is it's really getting that communication, that comfort level to be able to know who to go ask the questions to and then just do it. It's a really, really huge thing for their career growth.
It helped me kind of narrow down which type of engineering I wanted to do, which ended up being broad. So I'm going to be doing a major that's kind of incorporates all of it. But it also helped me realize, that I'd kind of maybe not necessarily want to go into a large corporate engineering firm. And maybe I want to explore more co-op settings where it's more tight-knit and you're more hands-on with more aspects of the project. Because my mentors, with all their knowledge, they explain that with larger companies that you go to, a lot of times you can get stuck on one part of a project that, this is the story they use, you get stuck working on the ladder for an airplane for 5 years, which, maybe is not what I am looking for in an engineering job.
It's been really cool coming here each week and learning more about the accounting world and working with my mentor. And like I said, she's been amazing. So I think anybody who's maybe unsure or wants to be more sure about what field they want to go into, or if they're a little bit hesitant, this would be an excellent opportunity for that.
It furthered my want to follow the engineering track, basically. It also did change my thoughts a little bit. Instead of being a mechanical engineer for the next 20 years, I'm probably going to want to do mechanical engineering or aerospace or whatever for the next, say, 5 years, but then move into project management, which is basically the one telling everybody else what to do for the next 15 years after that.
So my advice for other businesses, local businesses that are interested in this potential, this type of endeavor is quite simple. Start small, be consistent, and develop genuine relationships. As you work together with the local school districts, it doesn't have to be a monumental event or effort. Really, you can start with small, impactful activities, whether that's attending career fairs, bringing in students for site visits, even internships, but just finding ways to make those piecemeal impacts over time, which then can build into a broader partnership and bring that continuity, but also that growth to the local businesses as well as the students that you interact with.
So the most important advice I can give to any student interested in applying is just go for it. The worst thing you can do is not apply for the internship, because then you won't ever get it. Just apply for it, and then if you get it, do your best, work hard, because You have this great opportunity in front of you. Take advantage of it, seize the moment, and just try your best and get something out of it.